not in city. It's situated in a village, so that's why we have such a lot of dress, a lot of blouse, and have something like flowers in our head. It's a Ukrainian tradition, and all region have tradition, for example, in east part Ukraine or in west part. So as you see, the position of women was determined by the peculiarities of agrarian and early industrial societies. Primary valued that ability to manual labor. Agricultural work has established traditional function for each family member. The husband and adult son did man's work, first of hard work in the field. The wife was engaged in a woman's work. However, the harvest stunk and threshed alone with her husband. The children grazed cattle and took care of the birds, helped their housework and in the garden. The situation of the Ukrainian woman was not easy. At the same time, it was determined by for culture. The relationship that was established between young people and then between husband and wife. Marriage in the Ukraine village, one was usually based on material love. This, of course, affected the position of women in the family. Customary law also protected her from subordination. The man had the right to dispose of property and land received by the woman as a dowry. Movement for rights. One of the largest feminist organizations in Europe was founded in the 1920 in modern-day Western Ukraine, Galicia. The organization was called the Union of Ukrainian Women and was headed by Milena Rudnitska. During the Soviet era, feminism was classified as bourgeois ideology, and therefore an anti-Soviet counter-revolutionary one. Civil society and feminism were virtually not extended in Soviet times. After Ukraine gained independence in 1991, a feminist movement began. There are several women's human rights groups in Ukraine, including the Feminist Offensive. The 2016 online flash mob, I'm not afraid to talk about the publication of sexual violence against Ukrainian women, has gained international notoriety, exposing the scale of the problem that is being seen in Ukraine. Labor market. Women makes up 54% of Ukrainian population and 37% of its labor force. More than 60% of Ukrainian women have higher education, universities and higher. Nevertheless, the unemployment rate among women is very high compared to men with the same education. 50% of all employment in Ukraine are women, not to mention large-scale hiding and unemployment among women. The legalization of Ukraine declares the legal quality of men and women, including equal pay for equal work. Nevertheless, industrial sectors dominated by female workers, such as teaching, education, food service, have the lowest wages and highest trends in wage areas compared to the rest of the sectors. Social pressure. Gender stereotypes about the place and role of women in society, the standards of true femininity are mostly pursued by the church and right-wing movements with in appeal to traditional Ukrainian values. The first large-scale source in Ukraine's men's perceptions of gender and violence against women, modern understanding of masculinity masculinity, men's attitudes to gender stereotypes and violence against women, conducted by the Ministry of Social Policy in 1980. 520 Ukrainians men from all regions except Crimea, 18 to 59 years, showed the high prevalence of gender stereotypes among Ukrainian men. I won't show violence against women. Every year, 1.1 million Ukrainian women face physical and sexual aggression in the family, and the death toll from domestic violence in Ukraine research 600 per year, 3 times more than in the anti-terrorist operation zone in the east over the same period. In 2017, the total number of women victims of domestic violence was over 1 million. At the same time, only 110,000 of them files complaints with the police, and only 4,400 applications went to court. Applications to law enforcement agency are submitted by 10–15% of Ukrainian women's victims. The image of women in literature, the permanent image of women in Ukrainian literature has emerged for centuries. The one who always feels loves children, manages to clean the house, and does not forget to walk in the garden of its field. Guardian of family comfort and well-being. It's not this how a woman appeared as many works of Ukrainian writers. And they themselves unwillingly endured and gave birth to a stereotype that still lives among us. Ukraine will be saved by a woman who will give birth to a new nation. Katerina Motrich is it's her sentences. It's our famous Ukrainian woman, but I want to stop in this slide and show that you must know this woman. It's Roxolana Khatum. It's one of the famous Ukrainian Turkey. In 1520, during the Tatar attack on the Carpathian city of Rogatin, now Ivano-Frankivsk region, a 15 years old girl, Nastya, the daughter of local priest, was captured and sold to the Sultan's harem. From a concubed slave, she soon becomes the beloved wife of Suleiman the Magnificent, one of the most powerful viceroys, Sultan of the Ottoman Empire. I think you may know that this woman, it's very famous. It's one of the famous Ukrainian women in the world. And also the another one, I will show if I don't forget it. We also have Queen of the France, Anna, that also have 3 children, and all they became kings of not only France, it's king of Austria, it's Hungary. So the Ukrainian kings was proud of her. So that's why it's also one of the famous women in Ukraine. So thank you for attention. I think It was interesting. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Dr. Hensley. So nice presentation, so nice historical characters, so nice foundation, the basis for the history of Ukraine and the world. Thank you for your presentation once more. And the power of women, yes? What to say? Power of women. We make the difference. We have to go ahead, but it's important to say that biologically, physically, neurologically, women are different. We are able to develop so many activities at the same time, and men, maybe for the hunter abilities he had along the history, just produce one activity by one. Today, things with technology, things are being different, and they are getting the possibility to do 2 or 3. But women are able to say hi at telephones, say hi to the notebooks, say hi to the babies, say hi to her words, say hi to leisure time, all of that at the same times. Well, let's go ahead. Thank you again for the presentation. Thank you for the presence of your students among us. And now we have a Brazilian personality, Vilma Barbosa, that will deliver her speaker. But I had to say one more words about Professor Nadia from Croatia. Nadia Hesnik. Maybe a brief presentation that was graduated from the Human Agricultural Academy of a degree in management organization. The dissertation of the degree of the candidate of economics with name Innovative Factors for an Improvement of the Efficiency of the Dairy Industry was defended at the state established Institute of Economics and Forecasting NESO at Kiev. She had a very strong curricula. She developed so many strong and relevant activities in our day. She is a woman that makes difference in this world. Too much along of their 1 meter box. She is along the world. Now, we had the Brazilian Vilma da Luz Barbosa from Brazil, 36 years old, married and have 4-year-old girl. Graduated in language Portuguese, Spanish, and English, and postgraduate in teaching language English. She's been working as the English teacher for 16 years, working in public and private school, as well as private English course schools. She's been at Minnesota for an exchanging program to practice English and around the world. She is part of the GEL, the Brazilian GEL, and the Brazilian GEL in the world. She has a very strong curriculum and international advisor Brazil of positive thoughts, working in international projects along the world, dealing with technology, presential education, and distance education. Professor Vilma da Luz Barbosa, please, we are anxious to listen to you.
Hello, good morning from Brazil. Thank you for the invitation. I'm so happy to be here with you. So many empowered women. You are such inspiration for me because I've been following you and I've been learning from you. It's a great pleasure being here. Thank you so much. Well, our topic today is really, really important once we talk about women at the marketplace, and then when we talk about women working it's a very important issue because we've been fighting for our rights to have equal, to be the same as men. And then as Professor Aslan said, we've been doing so many things at the same time. We've been working, we've been taking care of our families. And besides all that, we have to be a great professional. So today it's not that easy. We have many more opportunities than our grandmas and mothers had in the past. But what is today to be a wife, a mother, a professional, and how to deal with all these? We have many organizations working about that, talking about that. But today I realized that every day we have to talk even more about that, about empowering and preparing girls and women to do to work and to be a leader. This is a really important thing because many girls out there, they have the opportunity to go to school, they have the opportunity to go to the university, to have their own career. But I realized that we as teachers, we have to work much more on that. We have to empower our girls to become professionals, to become leaders. In many poor communities, mainly, the girls are there, and as their mothers didn't have the opportunity to study, so they realize, they think that studying is not for them. So we as teachers, we have to work with these girls, mainly in poor communities. We have to work with them, we have to teach them that if they study really hard, they will have more opportunities in the future, because just through the study, we can have more opportunities, we can have a good career, we can be succeed, we can be a leader. So let's teach our girls to be empowered. I know it's not an easy task because their mothers, maybe they didn't have the opportunity, but we have to teach our girls to do that. And something that people ask me, how to deal with all, and I'm sure that it's the same question that people ask Beatriz and Arsaloni, Elizabeth, and Nadia, Nada. How do you do to deal with all the things at the same time? You are working, you are studying, you are being online all the time. How do you do that? Well, it's not that easy, but if you want to do something in your life, you have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to try different things. You have to be willing to learn, to meet different people. So it's not that easy to be a woman in the marketplace, but we can do that. If you will work hard, if we study really hard, we can do that. And we can be as good as a boy is. And so we have to teach our girls how to do that. And we also have to teach boys how to respect our girls, because we teach our girls to be empowered, to fight for what they believe, but we forget teaching boys to respect the girls. So if you teach the girls to believe in themselves, but you also teach boys to respect girls, we will have both of them, boys and girls, thinking the same way, and then they will respect each other. And we are teaching our girls, we are trying to teach our girls to be empowered, but we have to teach them that we don't have to compete, because I realize that many times girls are competing against each other. They want to be better, they want to compete with others, they want to show that they are better at the workplace, maybe families, but we are all the same. We have to help each other because we want to be empowered. So we have to teach others and help others to be as well. There's no reason to be better, one be better than the other one. So today, as our topic, women at the work place, we can do everything boys do, but unfortunately today, we girls have to do much more than boys. Most of them, they go to work, and when they get home, they lay on the sofa, and then their wives have to take care of the kids, they have to prepare the dinner, they have to take care of the house, and then girls and women have to do many more activities than boys do. So girls, if you are like that at home, maybe you should ask your partner to help you more. And I know that's not easy, but you have to show them that you have to, because you are the same. You are also working outside. You are also doing many things. So you have to have their help. And if you act like that, make them respect you at work, at home, and then life will be easier. And it's also important that we don't stop studying and improving ourselves. Even if you have you are a teacher, you have a PhD, you have been studying a lot, continue studying. It's really important that you don't stop improving yourself, because this way you will be inspiring others and helping others. That's all from me. Thank you, girls. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you. Thank you, Vilma Barbosa, for your delivery, for your presentation, for your conference. So nice. Once again, have a Brazilian conferencist in this event.
Thank you.
Now, we go ahead. We have Professor Zinaida with us. She's not here, yes? I suppose at that time she fell down from the room and did not come back. Why?
O outro. Não é que tem que salvar agora. Aonde? Mas a Arcelone quer saber o que fazer, Bia?
Pardon?
Beatriz.
Yeah. Who had the presentations? We had a broke, yeah, and Zinaida should have fell down, and she did not come back to the room. Maybe establish a contact with her.
Dr. Arcelone, we are trying to talk to her. Can you wait for a second, please?
Yes, for sure.
Oh, thank you.
I suppose if we have questions, I was keeping the questions to the end, but we have here Dr. Nadia Resnick, Professor Dr. Elizabeth Pereira, and Professor Vilma, and also Andrea, also Rejane. We can summarize the genders. We have some UNESCO politicians, we have the ODS. We have so many possibilities to spread the situation of women around the world. We can share ideas at this moment, yes, for 5-10 minutes. Maybe we have the contribution, we don't know. The contribution, Professor Zinaida, if she returns to room, don't worry, we are not worried about that, yes. What is important is we need the technology as a platform, and the platform is here, and we are here, and we are creative, and we are innovative, we are special girls doing the difference. So, recently, I am trying to remember the name, because I talked about the round forms of the woman. I suppose it is Marisha Zimbruska or something like that. She is an anthropologist, and she told about the beginning of the history of the woman.
Dr. Arcelone, I'm sorry to interrupt you. This is a mortal sin, but Dr. Zinaida told that the Miroslava, you remember the girl who was sharing some information with her here? She was representing her and is not going to be able to be here. So you can make this discussion freely and then close the session, okay?
Yeah, just a point.
What?
Where is Miroslava?
Do you
now?
remember
I
that
don't know.
do you remember that she spoke before? She spoke and then
I remember.
Yes.
Including I asked her to summarize and share the information with us.
Yes,
She was not on the script.
Yes, was not, but it happened this, and we didn't understand that the girl was representing her, so we can move on, okay?
Yeah. Oh, Renata, is it a good idea to you read the Miroslava text?
Is it here on the chat?
I don't know, in fact.
Deixa eu ver, tá no chat. 1 minute, Doctor.
I suppose she had share with you. No? In chat, no. I do not have, but I was out of the room for a moment.
But she had shared here before. I think when the connection failed, something happened, but she shared information here because I saw. Okay.
Okay.
No problem. You can go ahead.
Okay. So go ahead. We had the information I was sharing about Dr. Marisha, I forgot the surname. Marisha, she was a anthropologist or something like that. And she talked about the round forms of women, yeah? And in the beginning, everything is women and everything is centered on female. And suddenly, a new tribe, a new culture started and violence came. We say hi to Dr. Maria Emilia Camargo that is with us at this moment. Welcome. And the violence, these new warriors broke this possibility, this time that the round forms of women caused the possibility to fertilization was present in our culture. So that at this exactly time started this difference of gender. Anciently, women were the top presentation, and now the men not so hard position. And then everything changed. And now we are here with differences in salaries, wages, economic, social disturbance. Yes, so let's talk about that. Let's comment that. And how we can change the different with STEM education. Why not? Word is open. To everything here.
Good morning for all. I am Andrea Fidelis. I listen all the people here, and I'm glad to take here to listen. And I think I agree with Elizabeth and Vilma. I think when I talk about women, we need to talk about men, because it's a culture. The woman are a strong personality, but she didn't know about this. She think your place, it's a conventional, cultural convention. Stay at home and stay at the kids, work with education or work with this health, only that. But good positions like politician, economics, or whatever, it's not for a woman. Well, I think it's when I talk about this, it's necessary to talk when I teach for everything, for a woman, for men, for children, where I teach about that, what we reproduce in our culture. It's an important thing, because if we don't strong enough maybe the men in the culture don't attack us with a strong way because we are strong. Maybe we don't know about. It's my contribution. I love to hear about this, but I would like to hear two men talk about, because I have two boys. I have two sons. I have two brothers too. I was born in a big man family. There are a few women in my family, but we destacked. All the women in my family destacked in the culture, in the study, and the work, and the families. But the men participate that. When my first son was born, I'm concerned about that. What I will teach for them, for him, about the woman and about the world. I think this. Thank you for stay here.
Thank you, Andrea Fidelis. Words open.
Well, one more thing that I think is really important is that we as girls, that we understand that it's really important empowering other girls, because I realize that there's much competition, mainly in workplace. For example, if you are doing something different, if you are trying to do something different, sometimes your colleague is doing something different. And instead of saying, oh, congratulations, you're doing well, may I help you? Most of the times we have competition in the workplace and they say, why are you doing that? Are you crazy? Why do you do that? So be careful. You are taking care of your career and you're not taking care of your family. Maybe someday your children will tell you that you are not there by their side because you are taking care of your career. What about your husband? Have you been by his side? Have you been his wife? Maybe he will leave you. This is the kind of thing that sometimes we listen from our colleagues, and they are all girls. What for? Why the competition? So we should empower other girls. We should help them to grow, to be better, and not think, oh, they will be better than me, then I will tell them that they are not able to do that. We have to tell other girls that, yes, they are able to do that. They are able to have a career, they are able to be good mothers and a wife and professional. Why we have to choose? Why can't we be good wives and mothers and professionals? Because it seems like we have to choose. It seems like if we are mothers, we can't be good professionals, and it's not true. But sometimes the other girls, they put on us so much pressure that sometimes it makes us think that we are not able to do that, because they are always comparing us. Yeah, and then it becomes a little hard. So that's why I think girls, we should help other girls. There's no reason for competitions. We are all the same. The sun is there for everyone. We don't have to worry about competition. So the problem sometimes is girls are competing against other girls, and sometimes not the boys. We are kind of competing with other girls. Why? We are all the same. We are here to help one another.
Yes, and I agree. It's not competition, boys and girls. It's not sport, because we are not individual in a sport. For example, running, jumping. It's the same. And if we say about the history, the level for boys and girls, the same, the similar. So if we say competition, it's not fair to women, really. It's my opinion, and I think it's true.
Yes, mine too. Yes.
Here, Ukraine, Croatia, Portugal, Brazil, everywhere. It is not competence, for sure. It is the right to breathe. It is the right to be a person. It is the right to exist. We are not talking about inclusion. We are. Women are. I do not like the word inclusion. I always spoil that. What I like is equity. Equity.
Yeah.
I am totally against the fight for Negro rights. I am totally against to fight for women rights. People exist, people are there. We are part, everyone is part of this world. What we need is equity, respect. It is so complex, but it's so simple. There is, I remember, and let's be at the corner and double to the right. There is an advertisement in Brazil of a car, Chevrolet, tracker car. And we see women, and place of a woman is where she desires. She can pilot a stove, she can pilot a car, she can pilot a ship, she can pilot a plane, she can pilot everywhere. She's a pilot, yes? And it's so sad when we see what you point, what you focus, that women in general, that educated men to be not female, not perceive the importance, the rights, the desires of a woman. What is that? It's totally, it's totally against the history we are facing. We have to be the difference, and with education at educational spaces inside the families, we can do the difference, including inside the organizations. We have to change. It's a long history. It is not flapping flags that we can do that, but along the history, step by step. Thank you. So, more questions?
I have idea.
Yes, please.
Let's invite next time, not only the women. Let's invite boys without a voice, just to hear.
Yes, just to hear.
Yeah, because this is a privileged space. Everything is inside this room. Got the knowledge, got the idea, got the shape to be the difference. Yes? And for sure, Elizabeth Pereira in Portugal is a difference. Nadia Resnick in Ukraine is a difference. Andrea, Vilma, Beatriz, me, Rejane, Renata, we are different. Sometimes we have problems because we are so different. Yeah? But it is an idea. Let's invite without distinguish. Boys, girls, all genders, yes? Including Santa Claus that now appears as a gay. I was shocked. It is an institution. I don't know.
Dr. Arceroli, Beatriz and me, we were talking here, and probably we'll make a program including men to hear all of you now, okay? Yes,
I think it's a very nice idea. Yes.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah.
They talk about cultural woman, no? I think we work with a man logic. The world think in a man logic. The logic that is stronger, the logic of the competition, the logic of the economy. This man logic, I call man logic. I don't know the other name, but we need to break this logic. and including the woman logic, because there are need the balance in the society, not the difference, but the balance. Now we work all the time in the man logic, in the organization, in the schools, and the society, in the creation, and we work in the stereotype, no? The woman take care of the children, the man work a lot and provide the family. Well, we are choose, the man choose, well, again, choose, be different, choose what he want to do with your his life, like a woman. If a man stay at home, they take care of the children, why not? The man is a teacher, it's a secondary teacher or elementary teacher, why not? The man and the woman need to take to break the stereotypes, and we need to break the logic, the stronger, the logic that the hunter, the logic of the society, no, and invite the man to talk about the woman, to talk about this culture. It's a break pre-conditions, break the pre-culture, the pre-thoughts, I think.
Yes, I share with you the conference that we have in Portugal in April, the International Conference on Gender Research. That is the fifth international conference about this topic. So you are invited, and this because I remember that we have in the conference in the previous years we have men. And we have about 20% of men in the conference. And some of them are really for equality, gender equality. But some and others, I remember one in the last year that it was presenting a paper about gender equality. And so when we have the comments, I was the chair of the session and I asked him, how were his if you had children, and he told, yes, I have two. And so how was your parentality leave? So how many months you have with the children at home and your wife working? And his answer was, I was any day. And usually I don't help too much at home. And so, you know, it was, so he was saying, and he was communicating, doing the presentation of his PhD thesis, but at home, the things were different. And this is sometimes strange. So it's very good to bring men for the webinars, for the conferences, and see what they talk about and how they answer to our questions or the questions of other men too, because it's amazing to see the difference. But some women are too, so as Vilma told, so is the women who have to educate their sons, so, and their husbands too, so to be better, to a better future, because the education at home, it's very important. So, and I agree that is a very nice idea from Nadia to bring men next time. Yes. And you are invited to participate in our conference on the International Conference on Gender Research. Thank you for these nice moments.
On behalf of Beatriz, Lúcia Salvador Bisotto, and Renata Graneto, I say thank you to the possibility to be here. And I see this meeting today as a nodal for a starting of so many reflections and considerations for a near future, not just in having men at the next event, but to discuss things that are different for us, that make a difference in lives of so many girls around the world. And we can conceive a new idea, a new reflections to do different and spread that. We are responsible for part of people live here. I used to say, and I used to think, I used to reflect that when have the reason, the idea, the knowledge, we are responsible for people in general because we learn to learn. We have to conduct this idea to other people. We have to share this opinion to other box, to other structures. I say thank you to Beatriz and to Renata for the possibility to be here, to start this, why not, historical project among us, and let's make the difference. Let's continue to do that. Thank you to Nadia, thank you to Elizabeth, thank you to Vilma, thank you to Miroslava, to Nada, to Dr. Zinaida, talk to every woman are here sharing reflections, ideas, and silences. Thank you.
Thank you.
for
Thank you,
inviting me.
Arcelani, too.
I say,
on behalf
yes,
of
now
Beatriz,
I stop my participation here and words again back to Renata and to Beatriz.
okay.
I am so happy to be here.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Arcelani, for being here today. You know how you enrich this conferences always. And I would like to say on behalf of Beatriz too, that it was so amazing to be in the middle among this constellation of stars that you are, girls. You really inspire another women to be better, to fight, to be something that we can be, something that is our right. We know that, so why not? So you are here to prove that we can run the world, right, girls? So thank you very much for your participation. Beatriz is thanking a lot. And I hope we can meet together in another opportunity to discuss with men about this topic, okay? And you are going to listen and they are going to be there, okay?
Yeah.
So thanks, Nadia. Sorry.
I invite for a photo, a historical photo.
Yes,
I ask,
yes.
Beatriz is not here. Regiane, please open your camera. Yes. And Beatriz and Renata, please, spectacular print. Andrea, you are, yeah, okay. You're light.
Just a second to keep smiling, girls. Who is taking the picture? You, Arcelani?
I tried.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Deal.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye. See you.
Bye, girls.
Bye, thank you.
Namaste.
See you.
Bye bye,
Yeah.
girls. Thank you. Have a good day.